lost vision at the age of 5 from an accident with scissors. For the past 46 years, that single eye has affected every drawing, every painting, every sculpture that I've made. It led me to teaching figure drawing at university, where I watched students struggle with observation, to studying neuroscience so I could better explain the physiological process of seeing, along with Margaret Livingston's book, Vision and Art, helped me understand that artists have always exploited how the visual system works. What I once saw as a limitation became a genuine advantage. It removed some of the binocular noise and made flattening the three-dimensional world onto a two-dimensional surface feel more intuitive. Most people treat the eye as a passive camera. I've come to see it as a powerful, trainable tool, just like the hand that holds the pencil or the chisel that shapes the wood. My uncle taught me when I was 19 with how to use a chisel. Before he showed me the proper bevel down technique, I used the chisel crudely, hacking away with little control. Once I learned the correct way, it could both aggressively remove wood or make fine precision cuts. The eye works exactly the same way. When we learn to use it consciously, it becomes an instrument of remarkable range, from broad awareness to precise edge and value detection. Observational drawing is not magic. It is a rational, trainable skill available to most people. This series is about removing the vague, mystical thinking that often surrounds learning to draw from light and replacing it with practical, clear scaffolding. One of the first and most useful steps is learning which eye is your dominant eye, the one your brain naturally trusts for alignment. Here's a simple test you can do right now. Hold a pencil up at arm's length and look at a distant object. Here we have a pear. Line the two up in your line of sight. Close one eye and then the other. The eye that keeps the pencil lined up with the object is your dominant eye. For drawing from observation, using your dominant eye consistently reduces small alignment errors the two eyes can introduce. Two eyes give us stereopsis, a beautiful sense of depth, but they can also create distortions when we try to translate the three-dimensional world onto a flat surface. A common example is with convergent lines. Many beginners, when drawing a cube, the lines of the sides don't converge onto a single vanishing point, but rather obtuse as they lead away. This is because the two eyes take measurements from two different positions. This is because the two eyes are separated from about 2.5 inches at the pupils. So each eye is seen at a slightly different angle. When you switch eyes while measuring, those discrepancies add up. You can work around this by wearing an eye patch over the non-dominant eye, as long as you don't have any eye issues. Check with your primary care provider if you do. Much of drawing accurately from life is in correcting errors. Many errors come from taking measurements from different points. An accurate representational drawing that has a convincing illusion requires a fixed view, a fixed point for the viewer, and a fixed point for the artist drawing. This is called the station point. When drawing, an awareness of this station point is very helpful. This is one reason I often, when drawing, will rest my head in a stable position. It limits movement and keeps measurements honest. There's something deeply affirming about discovering what the human body and mind can do with minimal accompaniments. When you truly master a tool, like a Conte crayon on paper with medium tooth, or the poetry of a sharp gouge as it slices through wood, you experience a quiet self-appreciation that no one else can give. In this age of rapid technical change, when our purpose is in question in the face of technological advancement, where a computer system can do our job faster, cheaper, quicker, finding purpose and meaning for ourselves is more important. Our roles shift from external expectations to internal fulfillment. This kind of direct, embodied knowing becomes even more meaningful. Observational drawing is a trainable path that can open an ever-expanding universe, fulfilling needs of the inner self the same way learning to read opens doors, or speaking leads to song. This video series in the coming weeks will go deeper into the anatomy of the eye, the retina, its rod ring, station point, and ergonomics, specific illusions that two eyes can create, and how to move your attention purposely around the surface of the retina. For now, I invite you to try the dominant eye test and notice how it feels to draw and or observe for a few minutes consistently today. I'd love to hear in the comments, which is your dominant eye, and did you notice anything different after you did the test? If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the remainder of the series. The next episode will explore the retina and its rod ring. Thank you for watching.